Everyone, this is Edward, and in this video today we're going to be looking at setting your URLs in Exchange. The reason why you want to do this is number one, to obviously match what you have on your certificate, whether it's a wildcard or a SANS cert, and number two, you want to avoid the frustration of having clients or other co-workers calling you because they're getting certificate pop-ups or they're getting username and password pop-ups, and every time they put the password in, it doesn't go away. Many times on the forum, people are say that they've introduced a newer version of a server. For example, they're running Exchange 2016, they introduced 2019, and they expect everything just to work, but can't understand when clients go and query that they're getting the pop-up. Now, what we're going to be doing in this example is we're going to be setting the auto-discover service. We're going to be looking at EWS, OA, your OAB, your ECP, MAPI, because this is a new version of Exchange, the ActiveSync, and if you are going to be using Outlook Anywhere, if you have disabled MAPI, or if you have a legacy Exchange server in the environment, MAPI will not be enabled when you introduce a higher version because it's off by default. If it was a brand new domain or a brand new org, it would be enabled once you've installed Exchange. Now, running these commands is pretty simple. You'll notice that I'm specifying an Exchange server here, and this is obviously the name on my SANS cert. I'm just trying to keep it simple. You might have a different name, you might have different URLs for auto-discover, etc. In this example, I've just got a simple namespace, and let's go ahead and change the URLs in Exchange. So I'm going to copy the first one, enter. You can see it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to copy the second one for EWS. This one might give me an issue because of my DNS that's not resolving correctly, but in this case I will say yes and yes again. So for the internal and external URL. Next I'm going to set OWA. Normally I would do this all one by one, but I want to show you. And I want to show you an interesting is that you'll see I set client access service because the commandlets are changing in the higher versions, and obviously the older ones will eventually be removed. Now let's go ahead and do the OAB. Pretty straightforward. And now we can do ECP. Next thing we'll do MAPI, which is the newer protocol. Second last, we will do ActiveSync. And lastly, we will do Outlook Anywhere if you are using it in your environment. Obviously, if MAPI doesn't work, the client should fall back to RPC to connect. And you'll notice that I'm using NTLM to authenticate, so I'm not using basic authentication. Right, now, so now that we've set all that, we can now go and do an IIS reset so that it all takes effect. Sometimes this fails, where the service fails to start. The easiest is to just reboot the server, or you can try attempt to start it, but what I found is that it generally gets stuck and it stays stuck, as you can see. So we'll try this again. run as administrator, yes, IIS reset. On the second attempt it stopped, now starting. So we can now, let's for example go look at the OAB change. And the commands are pretty simple. Like here we were getting it and then setting it. In this example now, if you want to just view it, we can just run the get command and we can see that the changes have been done. Depending on the size of your organization, replication might take a little bit longer. In my case, I'm running one domain controller and two Exchange servers, Exchange 2016 and Exchange 2019. And replication happens pretty quick. So if we go look at get OAB virtual directory server EX 2019, as you can see now the URLs are the same as what I have set it here, internal and external. If you want to validate AutoDiscover, apologies. You can see everything that I've done is there. You can notice that no authentication was done on AutoDiscover. And I hope this helps you. If you need any help, you can reach out to me on collaborationpro.com. Drop me a message and I'll gladly help you. Thank you very much.